It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Okay, you guys want a story time? How my daughter ended up in prison for 9 years. My daughter got charged with 4 counts of manslaughter. She was 17 years old, and that is her beautiful car that she was driving that night. There's a lot of different stories, so I'm just going to do a story time for her and to share her story. I don't really have time to read all the comments and stuff. That's why I leave the comments open, because I know I'm getting dragged on the internet and I really don't care. That's why they're open. It's for people to leave their opinions and the negativity that I'm going to pay no mind to it, because I am a Capricorn and we don't value anybody's opinions. A lot of the comments that I have kind of skimmed through and seen are, well, what about the people that lost their lives? Okay, I understand that, but this is my daughter and this is my page, and they are her victims. Why would I talk about them? The F? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So this is a story. Part 2 of why my daughter went to prison. Elena was getting ready to start her senior year. She had worked full-time and she went to school full-time. She didn't party, she didn't drink, she didn't do drugs. She was a very good student. She cheered. She didn't have any bad friends. On July 21st, she went to work at night, and when she got off, she encountered another car, which that car, there were 4 boys and 2 girls, all teenagers, I believe. From what the discovery says, that car that pulled up next to my daughter was a stolen car. That car had been stolen 24 hours prior to the accident. Elena had just gotten off work. That's why she was out late, not because she was out partying. I know the boys were trying to holler at her or something like that. According to the court documents, I'm running out of time. Go to part 3 on why my daughter went to prison. According to the court documents, they were driving alongside with each other for a few miles. When Elena got closer to getting home, she was going to make a right, and the stolen car got behind her. So she decided to go straight and move all the way to the left lane and sped off. She didn't want to be followed by these kids, so she was going to cut through the neighborhood. Once she passed the light, she did see an explosion behind her. However, she didn't know that a car accident had happened. So for you guys that are saying, she fled the scene of an accident, she didn't give them aid. She's 17 years old. She didn't even know what happened. It happened behind her. And I don't know who else has eyes behind their head, but she sure didn't. And that is why those charges were dropped. She had 9 felony counts. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Go to part 4 prison. Every state prison is very different from what you can wear and what you can bring in. So here's me looking like ratchet trash, blah. Gotta get my Starbucks, wake up. Here I am with my makeup almost done, just gotta wear them lashes. And then her boyfriend be feeling himself, so that's what he's listening to, and he be in his feelings. You can only take quarters, so we go and get quarters, and so we can buy stuff from the vending machine. And then, put some Tupac on, R.I.P., legend, forever. Anyways, this is me after the visit. It's always kind of hard leaving. I would definitely take her place in a heartbeat. My daughter is paying for her crime. She's doing her time that the judge thought was justified. You see a lot of moms in there and their kids come in there. My daughter's 18 years old. There's a lot of grown women that have taken her under her wing. They all came to say hi to me, a big old posse. I honestly wish I could do the time windows. So she wasn't sure what happened behind her. She didn't know if it was an accident or there was just a ball of fire. You can see her car right here. That's her car, and the accident's behind her. I have put this still image so you can see her car and the accident and how far she was from the accident. Yes, was my daughter speeding? Criminal speeding? Yes. Did she mean to hurt somebody? No. Did she hit somebody? No. Did she flee the scene of an accident? No, because she didn't even really know what happened. Her windows were blacked out. She's seen fire. She didn't know till the next day. When she was indicted, she was charged with fleeing the scene of an accident. However, that charge was dropped because she never left the scene of an accident because she was not involved in an accident. You really have to watch and listen to part 4 before understanding this video. According to the police investigation, they were street racing for 4 miles. Elena was in her vehicle, and her co-defendant was in a stolen vehicle it was 4 guys and 2 girls. After those 4 miles, my daughter was going to turn to go to our house. That's when the co-defendant got behind her to turn where she was going. She's 17 years old. She's a girl. She's in a nice car. There's a bunch of people in another car. She didn't know it was stolen at the time. She didn't want them to follow her home, so she got all the way to the left lane and sped off. So she was criminal speeding. After 2 lights, that is when the accident happened. Her intent was to lose these guys and these girls that were in the car with them. That's just not how it ended.
Well, hello, princess.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby girl. You okay, babe?
Yeah.
I want to go to work, back to work, and I want to go back to work with boys, but like I feel like I can kind of, you know, they already knew like what was going on with me and stuff, and they knew that we were going to be touching things, but like
Yeah.
I think it's because those boys are, you know, the worst of the worst, the biggest from North Carolina and stuff like that, and or just
Yeah.
place, you know, like nobody wants them, you know, and they're just fucking back to back. And
Yeah.
I was just thinking, you know, like I could use like your story and like, you know, not a bad kid, made a mistake, and now she's like going to prison and stuff, and maybe that can like help them like change their ways and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they're gonna be really sad for me, and like I'm kind of like I want to go back to work, but I don't, and I don't because I know like I'm gonna be sad, and they're gonna be just like so lovable towards me because they like love me, you know, and they know
Yeah.
your story, and they know like, you know, your things and stuff. So like I'm scared to like see them, but
Yeah.
I miss those boys like that as a kid. But I mean, you'll be okay, Mama. You know, I know
Yeah.
it feels like a long time, and by the time you know it, you're gonna be home. You know, and you owe me $38,000 just in FYI. 38,000. Okay, that's how much you owe me.
No.
I'm gonna tag you to that. We're just gonna go to Corey's app. You're gonna owe me. And we'll talk.
Might as well round it up.
Take it around the house.
We're just gonna round it. I'm just kidding, Mom. I don't want you to think that you owe me anything. Baby?
Huh?
I'm just joking. I don't think
Okay.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, Mommy. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
I want you to
I love you, Mama.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Remember when I used to tell you, stop crying?
This call is originating from the Maricopa County Estrella Jail.
You remember?
Hello?
You remember when I used to tell you, stop crying? Well, you better stop crying, little girl. I love you, Mama.
I love you too.
Don't
I love you,
cry.
Mama.
Stop. Love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wizard Deals, man. He keeps it lit, man. Hey, make sure y'all check out his YouTube channel. Check out. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Yes, we getting into it. Hit the link down below in the description for Opulence Scents. Get you a 3-wick candle. You'll get 10% off if you use my link, okay? Make sure y'all clicking these links, okay? Like, stop playing. Just take 5 seconds. Come back to this video. Click that link. Save it. And then come back to this video. Okay? Let's get into it. We got Amy Rodriguez, who went to prison for 9 years after a car crash for alleged street racing, and she's a 17-year-old. Let's keep that in mind. So at some point, she has to take accountability for her actions. I know the mom means well, and the mom still stands by her daughter as she should, so I don't understand why the comments are, why would you do, man, shut up. You ain't got no kids. It's probably kids who ain't got no kids. And when your kid grows up to go to prison, then you're going to be asking yourself the same thing. Are you going to cut your kid off? No, you won't. Stop acting stupid, okay? Anyway, so, yeah. Y'all heard the story. Let's see what the write-up has to say. This happened. This is from a March 9th of 2024 update. 2 teenagers indicted in street racing crash that killed 4 in Phoenix. Elena Marie Rodriguez was sentenced to 9 years in prison for her role in a Phoenix street racing crash that killed 4 people. Her mother has taken to TikTok to share her daughter's side of the story. 2 teenagers were indicted Saturday on 9 felony charges after their involvement in a street racing accident that left 4 people dead in July. On July 22nd, 2 drivers were racing north on 43rd Avenue near Thunderbird Road when one of them crashed into another vehicle making a left turn at an intersection. According to Phoenix police, the car making a left turn caught fire, and Terry Hill, 28, Sarah Luciano, 37, British Pena, 39, died at the scene. 6 teenagers were inside the other car, which police said was stolen. One of the passengers, 19-year-old Galaxy Saunders, died from her injuries at the hospital. Yo, so it killed 3 in the other car and 1 in the stolen vehicle with 6 people in it. Police said the other driver involved in the racing continued north of the accident, didn't remain on the scene. The car was also packed. That car was also packed with teenagers. More than 3 months after the fatal crash, police arrested Huckabee and Rodriguez and named them as the drivers they suspected of racing. Court documents say Huckabee and Rodriguez were accused of causing an injury and endangering others, as well as reckless causing the death of Hill, Pena, Luciano, and Saunders. Huckabee is also facing a count of theft of means of transportation and Rodriguez a count of leaving the scene of a fatal accident. The senseless acts by these 2 individuals have brought pain and suffering to the families of those killed. This type of reckless behavior must be stopped. For those who continue to engage in these types of dangerous activities, you will be held accountable, says the court attorney Rachel Mitchell in said news release. Now, I could also go to another link. Yes, here. Well, I don't know. It's not another link. It says I can read what Amy Rodriguez has to say in more details about the crash. The young mother of the woman who was sentenced to 9 years in prison for her role in the Phoenix street racing crash that killed 4 people has taken to TikTok to tell her daughter's side of the story. Elena Marie Rodriguez was found guilty on 4 counts of manslaughter and leaving the scene of a July 2022 accident. She was sentenced in December, according to court documents. I hope other kids see this, and I hope they think twice, Amy Rodriguez said in the video. So many different families were affected by this mistake. Amy Rodriguez, who has more than 100,000 TikTok followers, created several videos in March sharing her perspective on the night of the accident. Those videos have gotten millions of views in a few days. Okay, she also says there are lots of different stories, so I'm just going to do a story time for her to share her story. Amy Rodriguez said in a video, Elena was driving home from work the night of the accident. Says she encountered another car. I know that the boys were trying to holler at her. Okay. So this is what happened according to court and law enforcement records. Terry Hill was driving rideshare customers Sarah Luciano and British Pena southbound on 43rd Avenue at 1:52 a.m., approaching the intersection with Thunderbird Road. The signal was green. After waiting for oncoming traffic to clear, Hill began to turn left onto eastbound Thunderbird Road. As Hill's car entered the intersection, Alina Marie Rodriguez and Jaquel Huckabee were racing each other northbound on 43rd Avenue. Huckabee slammed into the passenger side of Hill's vehicle, which caught fire. After the collision, Alina Marie Rodriguez fled. Not even after the collision, she was way past him, so she didn't even know. 5 occupants, including Galaxy Saunders, 92, sustained fatal injuries. After the collision, I've skipped that part. Alina Marie Rodriguez fled. Hill, Lustanu, Pena died at the scene, including Galaxy Saunders, who sustained fatal injuries. Detectives found that Huckabee was driving a stolen vehicle, was driving 107 miles 5 seconds before impact, 90 miles half a second before the impact, approximately 80-90 mile at impact, according to court documents. Speed estimated based on video surveillance determined Alina Marie was approximately 116 miles per hour just before the collision, court records state. Amy Rodriguez reported her daughter's involvement in the collision, and Alina Marie Rodriguez admitted that Huckabee instigated a drag race that she drove approximately 70 miles per hour, although she knew there was a 45 mile per hour speed limit. According to court documents, the investigation determined Alina Marie Rodriguez and Huckabee were racing intermittently northbound on 43rd Avenue at speeds ranging from 90 to 116 miles per hour. Yeah, Huckabee was found guilty on 4 counts of manslaughter, 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of car theft, court records show. He was sentenced in November to 19 years in prison. Damn. I think, let me give y'all my opinion. I think Amy was judged harshly. Like, 17 years old. She was probably charged as an adult, probably had no prior criminal history to this. So she should have still been charged as a minor. I think she shouldn't be doing 9 years. And also, but I wonder if she had a court-appointed attorney. This doesn't seem like, her mom doesn't seem like she would get her a court-appointed attorney. Look how young this girl looks. Like, her mom looks young. I know these is filters, but her mom does look young. You just got to go through her Instagram. You'll see. This girl still looks like a baby. So, anyway, I have a story when I was locked up in prison. Well, I was in the county jail, and there was a guy, he was in the Navy in Oklahoma, driving through Norman, drunk, on Highway 9, leaving a party. Of course, Norman is a college party town, so he probably met some people that knew some people that invited him to a house party or something, or they were drinking. On his way back on Highway 9, he crashed into someone and killed him. He received 8 years, and let me remind you, he's an adult. He's in the military. He's in the Navy. He was in the Navy at the time of the accident. And so he did bail out of jail. But what they did is they revoked his bond. And he had to sit back in jail until his sentencing. And I remember him getting 8 years, and he immediately went to hang with the white supremacists. Immediately. Him and this guy Jeff Blake, I forgot Blake's name, but Blake kidnapped and killed a kid. Blake, I told that story. That's a story time on one of my videos where I talk about how Blake tortured and killed a kid, and kidnapped and tortured and killed a kid. And then, yeah, they immediately went to the white supremacists. But Blake got life without parole. So life in Oklahoma is 56 years. So he'll have to do 56 years straight. Won't get no 80. It's not 85%. It's day for day, 100%. So because he don't get parole. So anyway, if he survived the 56 years, he has a chance to get out of jail. Yeah, man, drinking and driving don't pay. Or even she wasn't drinking. It says street racing. Street racing doesn't pay. Unfortunately, 3 people who had no idea what was going on lost their lives, and 1 person who was joyriding lost their lives. So, sad situation. Beautiful family. Sorry that the comments are tearing up. Like, it's crazy how everybody's beating down on this mom, and kids make mistakes. Kids do things that they don't think of the consequences. Now, had she been speeding and nothing would have happened, she would have never learned this lesson. She would have, and this is probably gonna save a lot of other people. Street racing is no joke, especially if somebody dies. Everybody's going down for it. So that's what happened. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'ma holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as early as 1 week.